You are right up my street.
Oh, you can't make me choose.
Igo by Toyota sponsors T4.
Fuck me, Lee Ryan's 13.
I remember we couldn't remember the word for table.
This is Your Welcome America, the podcast that explains what the bloody hell Brits are banging on about.
In every episode, we translate British pop culture for America.
And American pop culture for Britain.
You're welcome. I am Ben.
I'm Frazer.
Frazer, like razor. Happy birthday for the other day.
Oh, thank you. And to you.
Exactly how old do you think I am?
Wait, what?
Just for a couple of months ago.
2 months ago. What did we do for your birthday, eh?
Yeah. We had a lovely dinner at a strange restaurant next door to the Eagle, then went to the Eagle. Had a lovely time.
But I am 50 fucking 2 and I will rock this dress.
It was really nice.
Yeah, 41. Who cares?
Yes, I need glasses and I am not ashamed. I have a sexy young man who loves to fuck me and I'm fabulous.
I like that restaurant because it's so mediocre.
Yeah. It's a nice setting, though, isn't it?
It is a nice setting. It's a little like...
We're in Greece?
A fake Greece, yeah.
We've gone to the set of, like, Mamma Mia and had dinner.
Did you know I complained about my main dish to the server?
I heard them say that it had been taken off the bill.
Great.
Didn't like your clams.
It just...
Too clammy?
Oh, just so much garlic and oil. I just wanted to make sure that you did know that your birthday dinner...
You ruined it, yeah.
I didn't make a complaint as such, but I...
Made a real scene.
I threw a clam in a server's face.
You really did. No, it's been a strange weekend. Our friend Bordeaux is moving to Taiwan, so last night we went to his leaving party, and yeah, I went to House of Pies at like midnight last night and had a cheesecake because I didn't like any of the side of any of the pies. It was nice. I had a chocolate chip cheesecake. I was already amped up on those 2 espresso martinis that I had earlier on in the night.
Oh yeah, by the time I arrived, you pretty much grabbed me and told me straight away, I've had 2 espresso martinis.
Yeah, I was cranked. I mean, look, I always think times for a party are suggested unless you're like being seated at a certain time where there's a screening or something like that. So I obviously didn't turn up at 7 on the dot. Was there a period of time when no one was there? Yes, there was a very awkward period of time where Bordeaux and I were sitting alone in this very large area that he'd booked, and then this other girl was having her birthday in the corner, and she had a much smaller area, and people just kept coming to that birthday party every time the door opened, especially because at that time it was still so bright outside. So then every time the door opened, this like shaft of light came in, and I kept saying to Bordeaux, "Do you know him? Do you know them? Do you know them?" And they just kept filing to that girl's birthday. What have you got going on? You're looking at your phone. You look like you've got notes to tell me.
Okay, it's a choose your own adventure. Would you like to hear about my yoga or my blinds?
I'm dating a guy with the funkiest tasting spunk.
Wow, what a scintillating choice. Let's go with blinds.
Blinds. I thought you might go with blinds. So, listeners, fans, some of you may or may not know that occasionally I Airbnb my house. And when we go away somewhere, like when we're in Joshua Tree last weekend, coming up this episode. Anyway, I got a message from the people Airbnb-ing the last time, and it was like a video of a kind of someone with a very nailed finger tapping away, trying to control my fucking electric blinds.
Does anybody care that we're going to be at the highest point in Greece? Seriously?
Blinds.
Those blinds, and they were broken. So,
now some would say you're a real fool for buying electric blinds.
I am. I will freely admit it. Mainly because they're like Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi, but they're like Bluetooth ones. They're never going to work.
Does anybody care?
And they never do.
Isn't Bluetooth such a strange technology? It's really been around for a long time.
And it's as shit as ever.
Do you care?
So I've been...
Really came around the same time as WAP.
WAP.
Remember WAP? We've talked about this before. WAP was like
WAP?
wireless something and before it meant what it means now.
Yeah. Which, can you believe the song WAP is like 5 years old? Anyway, so all to say, struggling to get them fixed, but it did mean that the next people who'd booked it were essentially plunged into darkness for the full 5 days they were there because the blinds just would not go up.
Oh, they wouldn't go up.
No.
Ooh, that's a tougher way round.
So I've just been dealing with my blinds, but I've got them sorted now. I thought you just might like to hear a blind update.
Samantha Jones!
So I'll tell you, when I was trying to think of a topic today, I was just doing some browsing, and sometimes when I'm trying to get inspiration, I will look at some like UK newspapers.
And I really fell down quite a few separate wormholes on the sunuk.com website.
It's not .com, that's for sure.
Oh, it's .co.uk, you're right.
Of course it is.
So the big news out of the UK, and here I will say more important for the UK, is that this article is from yesterday. Saturday, thousands of Brits flock to beaches to soak up glorious sunshine as temps set to hit 34 degrees Celsius in just days.
But I bet there's going to be like a dark turn to all of that.
Oh, well, it's not what you think, but so this is one of those classic British newspaper roundups where they've got pictures of very packed beaches. They're showing Lyme Regis, Bournemouth and Dorset in these pictures. There's also a great Met Office map showing the temperatures. And as ever, it's 34 in the south, and then you just start traveling further and further up, and Scotland, 20 degrees, 14 right at the top of Scotland. Very chilly.
20 degrees in Scotland is lovely.
Balmy.
That's lovely. A blue sky, all that greenery, all that well-watered greenery everywhere. Gorgeous.
Reminds me of my friend June. She's from Penrith, so like right on the border, and her sister always used to say that every time she like watched the weather, she was always so angry because London would be 30 degrees and then they'd look at her own weather and it was like 10.
What's so funny?
Such a small country, so many weather fronts.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, like, if you compared it to the US or like going up the coast.
Yeah,
I wonder if you could take the UK and put it right beside the coast of California, how that would look.
Yeah, like it's not. I feel like we aren't having that different a weather from people in like
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got more articles from the Sun UK
good.
that you want to hear. This is a really good one. Tesco shoppers betrayed as supermarket axes popular fizzy drinks from the shelves.
Oh, I thought it was going to be club card related.
No. So Tesco have discontinued their own brand pink lemonade, and people are mad.
Fizzing.
The 80p summer drink is being sold off cheaply to make way for a new own brand beverage called Fute Fusion Zero.
Do you care?
Yeah, and they've discontinued pink and cloudy lemonade, and it's that Tesco. It comes in this lovely clear plastic bottle with a green striped kind of label. It's very classic looking. Ooh. People are not happy.
Oh, that's all go in the Sun website. Forget about wars and global conflicts.
Oh yeah, no, I went straight to like local, basically like just British news, and this is really just. I mean, I'll keep going. There's a great article that I found, like pull quote or the headline grabbing part is driven mad.
Hey.
Our town has been ruined by stingy holiday makers dumping their cars outside our homes to avoid airport parking fees.
Do you care?
Oh, where is that? Which
This
airport?
There's a little village called Takeley in Essex. It's an 8-minute drive from Stansted Airport. And locals have been left furious by travellers filling their roads. And there's some really good pictures of like just cars everywhere in this village and really angry signs that people have made and people looking angry. It's really good.
Also, because I've got two things to point out there. Number one, is it not baffling when you go back to the UK and you see cars parked on the side of the road and they're all different?
How do I
describe this?
We almost had a car crash with my mum when she was driving because she tried to park facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, because at least in California, when you park all the side of the road, all the cars have to face the same way.
Yeah, you park in the direction of travel.
Exactly, which makes total sense.
Yeah.
So when I go back to the UK now and everything's
higgledy-piggledy.
I'm like,
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm going to throw out a phrase that's going to mean nothing to UK listeners. And that's a phrase. This is a phrase. It's not two words. It's a phrase. Street cleaning.
Do you care?
Yeah.
So in LA, you would never be able to just leave a car in the street for days on end because at least once a week, between the hours of whatever the sign says, 12 and 3, you have to move your car so the street can get clean.
I won't go on. My eye's already been drawn to an article in the sidebar about Nestle discontinuing a Kit Kat bar and then the price of one scoop of ice cream at Glastonbury. But I think I'll get out of my...
Is Glastonbury your topic?
No, it's not.
It really should have been.
No, we've already done it.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, I was going to do it, but we've already done it.
Don't remember that. Question for you.
£5 for one scoop of ice cream.
I think that sounds okay.
It's fine. Who cares?
What, is it a big scoop? No, it won't be a big scoop. I wonder if it's good or not. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's literally... Oh, no, shit. No. It is a 99 for £6.
Oh.
Single.
Well, they really... what's the phrase? Cut themselves in the foot?
Shot themselves in the foot.
Shot themselves in the foot when they name 99s.
Well, in the UK, you cut yourself in the foot because we don't have guns. We have knife crime.
Wait, is it actually true? Cut yourself. Oh.
Samantha Jones!
So yeah, a lot going on. Should we do feedback? Do we have any? I mean, the reviews are in, and it's mostly everyone being excited that my mum is on 2 episodes back to back. Thank God she's left. I've just started, by the way.
Oh, okay. I also enjoyed last night when we were at Bordeaux's leaving party, someone who will be unnamed wanted to know off air, A, who had vomited off the boat in Mexico, and B, who had turned up late or got back to the hotel late at 4 a.m. and woken everyone up.
You revealed it live, didn't you?
I did. I revealed those people, those genderless people, live to that person.
Someone asked for something that I'm never going to provide, which is we need some BTS video specials when Laura's in town. No. That's to protect her.
Well, I think I posted a video of her taking a photo of the ice cream options.
Yes, with that phone case that clip shot that just was driving me crazy, that phone case.
Okay, so if you want to get in touch, please give us a shout on Instagram. Please rate and review us. We'd love a rate and reviewing. Did you just get a LinkedIn notice?
Yeah, I have to use this for work.
Okay. And next thing you know, you're going to get a fucking... What's that messaging service that people use at work? Slack.
Oh, yeah, no, I have Slack on my phone as well.
Okay. Oh, God, I'm sorry. So, yeah, do give us a shout. You can also email us at...
You're welcome americapodcast@gmail.com or LinkedIn, I don't know.
Yeah.
Drop me a Slack message saying what you think about the show.
I don't believe in the Republican Party or the Democratic Party. I just believe in parties.
And we're back. You've got the UK topic.
Yes.
What is it?
Little birthday treat for you, actually. Okay. It's someone or something that you share a year of birth with. So turning 40 years old this year in 1985 is a gorgeous little boutique drinking establishment known as...
Wait, can I guess?
Yeah.
It's not Vodka Rev.
Certainly not.
It's not Tiger.
Certainly not.
Is it that place that I've never been?
It's something and something.
So it's not Weatherspoons.
It sure isn't. We've done that.
Lettuce?
It is the Slug and Lettuce.
So where's your class if you are wrong?
Have a day off, Susan.
Wait, does the Slug and Lettuce... Wait, US listeners, Slug and Lettuce, it's a chain of bars. Does it still exist?
It sure does.
Wow.
Yeah, in fact, it turned 40 this year, and CLC, as part of her Lady Around Town media events that she goes to, she attended the 40th birthday of the Slug and Lettuce.
Did she get to meet the Slug?
You are a comic?
She did.
They should have like a boozy slug there.
So yeah, I don't know why I thought this was funny, but I think because it was turning 40, it felt like it was a landmark occasion.
Oh, I've just had a flashback to when I was, God, how old? I would be 19, and I was in Italy with a friend.
Have a day off, Susan.
And she ordered a salad, and it had a slug just slowly moving. Actually, or was it a caterpillar? I'll say it was something moving around slowly on it.
Do they say slug in this country?
Slug.
I don't think they do they?
Is slug like to hit someone?
Yeah, slug is... Oh, it's something to do with a bullet as well, I think, a slug as well.
Slugger. That's something.
That's a baseball bat.
Oh, okay.
Louisville Slugger.
For crying out loud, have a day off.
I would love to see the menu, the clientele, the sign, everything about it.
But this is a piece of kind of cold Wikipedia information really made me laugh. The bars are designed for a youthful clientele and aim to attract an equal number of men and women with female-friendly designs.
Have a day off, Susan.
What does that mean? What? A curved edge?
You tell me. So I'm going to send you this is relevant for the month that we're at least recording this in.
Apparently in the US, one slug is a mass equal to like 32 pounds.
Yeah, that's a punch, yeah.
What? A punch? What do you mean a punch?
Like to hit someone. They're saying it's like a forceful thing. You slug someone. Slugger, yeah.
But why is it 32 pounds? No, it's a unit of
Oh, okay.
Unit of mass. Wait.
Have a day off, Susan.
There are approximately 75 species of land slugs. Anyway, okay, fine. What did you text me? Let me have a look.
It's very, very relevant for the month that we're recording in. Describe to me what you're seeing here.
Okay, I'm going to look at the picture before. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, happy Pride Month, limited edition raving rainbow cocktail. Now, it's a wire tree, I would say, that might... Imagine like a cake stand. And take off the plates. And it's got wires. And then there are goblets of ice.
Most ice I've ever seen in a drink in the UK.
And then just lots of different coloured liquid inside. It looks like if a round tree's fruit pastel ice lolly was melting in a glass.
Yeah, apparently it has Saint-Germain, elderflower liqueur, lime juice, prosecco, lemon juice, vodka, a bubblegum syrup, grenadine, blue curacao, passion fruit syrup, and a Schweppes lemonade.
Here comes the glow.
I was going to say, the first half, I was on board. The second half, no, absolutely not.
Lost you at bubblegum syrup, did I?
Yeah, you really
or
did.
The very specific Schweppes brand lemonade that was mentioned in this article.
Also, limited edition raving rainbow cocktail, raving.
You're right, raver. All right, we raver.
I know, but also I think of raving as like...
Raving mad?
Yeah, like flaming, almost.
Here comes the glow.
Back and iconic as ever, the raving rainbow is here for Pride, and then my favourite thing at the end, it's bright, bold, and full of flavour, just like Pride should be. How much do you want to bet that like a 26-year-old girl from the home counties wrote that for Slug and Lettuce kind of PR team?
Oh, raving rainbow cocktail tree. So yeah, it is like a tree. So wait a minute, what Pride squad...
Cocktail trees are not included in the 2-for-1 deal, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Got it. But how much does this cost? I want to know the price.
I simply couldn't find any prices on it. I found a drinks menu and it's just not on there. Do you want to know what you can get on the 2-for-1 cocktails?
Yes, please.
You're gonna love this one. This one feels like a real. When we first were coming out in London and people were trying to drink cocktails, porn star martini.
What is that again?
So it's a vodka, vanilla, passion fruit, tropical citrus juice, and sweet caramel syrup served with a prosecco shot on the side.
Oh, that is absolutely disgusting.
A woo woo. That's just vodka and vodka, peach schnapps, and cranberry. I think that sounds kind of nice.
The peach schnapps is throwing me off.
Oh,
though.
see, I think I could drink one. I could drink one woo woo like on a hot day. I think one by itself would be nice. And then we've got just some classic Sex on the Beach, Long Island iced tea, where the flavors listing is so long compared to the others.
I'm trying to find the price of the raving rainbow cocktail tree because I just need to know. $22.95. That can't be right. Because there's like 8 glasses in there. All to say, everyone's very big on saying that it's not part of the 2-for-1 deal. Oh no, cocktail tree. 51.95.
I'm looking at the Slug and Lettuce bottomless brunch deal and how it works.
Are we going?
And honestly, it looks pretty good.
Okay, tell me what's in the menu.
So what you do, the first thing you do is you pick your bottomless drinks. So you can have any of these things coming endlessly, and it's all of those cocktails I listed and more, including a tequila sunrise.
Oh.
Amstel, so you could just have beer flowing constantly. Oh my god, you can have a Gordon Smirnoff Captain Morgan's or Captain Morgan's spiced with a Schweppes mixer. So you could have a vodka. You could drink bottomless gin and tonics.
You see, I love how
it makes my head hurt thinking about it.
I love how you were like with the beer, like that was the one you were shot to. I'm more concerned about the bottomless spirits.
Yes, I didn't even see that. And then before you even leave this drink selection here, you can level up for £5 per person. Everyone in the party must upgrade. And that means you can add porn star martinis, espresso martinis, a Peroni, or the Slug and Lettuce sangria. Oh, the idea of bottomless sangria, that vomit is going to be so red.
But I was thinking bottomless espresso martinis I'm concerned about.
Yeah, that's heart attacks like city. And then honestly, the food menu looks pretty great. There's a lot of breakfast. I'm seeing chicken and waffles. I'm seeing a pancake stack, tomato and cheese quesadilla. I don't know why, but they've really Britishized tomato and cheese quesadilla.
It's like
I'll have the quesadilla.
The tomato, and it's really just like big, thick slices of kind of anemic, unripened tomato in it. Slug and Lettuce Glasgow, I need to know where it is. I think I've got a vision of it right in the centre of Glasgow for Glasgow listeners. Hey, Cliff and Co.
You can do an evening brunch. That doesn't even make sense. It says evening brunch from 5 p.m.
What's like dinner?
But it's all the same food. So you just go and like eat breakfast at 5 o'clock and get absolutely shit-faced.
Fucking hell. The Slug and Lettuce in our day never looked like this.
Wow, that looks like one of Lisa Vanderpump's restaurants. It looks like a neon tacky hell.
Yeah, so the one in Glasgow, I'm looking at it. There's neon signs. Glasgow has gone through a real stage of loving fake plants hanging from the ceiling.
It's very TikTok and like Instagram. All those fake
horrible.
plants. Yeah,
lots of colors and patterns. Lots of like recessed neon lighting. Why did this happen?
But I am 50 fucking 2.
Like fake marble tables. Oh God, it's very like Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen has been let loose. Okay, I'm going to show you this pic now, and this is from their Wikipedia. When I think of Slug and Lettuce, I think more this.
Yes,
Can you describe that to us, please.
It's a lot of glass. It looks like an office. It looks like the entrance to an office building. The Slug and Lettuce sign is very classically kind of a handwritten lowercase font. And then I can see a very fake-looking kind of, what do they call it? Topiary?
Yes. Sculpted
topiary balls of a tree.
So before
and some metal chairs and tables that really scrape on the concrete when you're getting up and going back inside for a drink.
And they're either surprisingly, I would say the chairs are surprisingly light, but the tables are surprisingly heavy.
Maybe even chained down in some locations so people can't steal them.
Exactly, and you just know that every chair or every table you sit at is going to wobble.
Yes, it's going to have a full ashtray on it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is what our one used to look like, and you can see our one in Norwich was very classic.
Okay,
how
so
blurry
the one
that
in
picture
Norwich,
is.
I'm going to describe it now. There's a chalkboard sign out front, and this is before people tried to do like hilarious things on signs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like a funny pun. It's more just like pint of beer, £1 or whatever it was back in the day. I can see a blurry picture of I think it could be an Indian meal. I see a lot of those. I feel like you know the name of this. You know, like a red carpet thing.
Yes.
The metal pole that holds the.
I think they're called stanchions.
I
believe is the
that
word. Yes.
Yeah, the sign is brown, and it just looks. We're looking at the exterior, where I definitely think a lot of people have stood outside and smoked.
Yes.
And there's like cigarette butts everywhere.
Here comes the glove.
Samantha Jones!
Yeah, I think the Slug and Lettuce in Norwich is closed because if you go on to TripAdvisor, Yelp, there's all the reviews are from 2009. The food was amazingly presented, tasted amazing, was lovely and fresh. Staff were polite and friendly, felt like they actually cared about us.
Did you ever work in a bar in the UK that was a bar or a restaurant that was owned by like a big kind of corporation? So, for example, I worked in a pub at uni.
Oh, yes. No, I never did.
A Mitchells and Butlers.
Right.
So everything was kind of quite creepy and standardized.
Yes.
So even though it was in this beautiful like building from hundreds of years old, everything was sort of plastic and had a horrible veneer. And it was just, horrible.
Yeah, no, I only worked in that one place, and it was a independent pub.
Oh, you went to independent pub?
The Dog Inn, like dogging.
That's good.
We've talked about the Dog Inn a lot. I really scandalized a lot of kind of homophobic, racist farmers by working in that pub. They were really kind of, I think they were equally charmed and taken aback by me as an 18-year-old. I was a lot.
Wait, I just want to see where the Slug and Lettuce is.
The one in Norwich is very pushchair friendly. Don't you love the term pushchair?
Pushchair.
Pushchair
like
and push bike. Yeah. Pushchair is a real is a term for a pram.
But wait a minute.
What's that? Like a motorbike and a push
Pushchair.
bike? Yeah, pushchair.
Pushchair makes me think of a wheelchair. But wait, a pushchair is a pram?
Yeah.
But in the US, what's a pram? A buggy.
A buggy.
Oh my God.
Or a stroller.
I feel like I'm a stroller. I feel like I'm having a stroke
It's because it's getting so hot in here.
It's okay.
What do Americans call a pushchair? A stroller.
Oh yeah, and I will say on the Slug and Lettuce website, they've really going in for like the 40, the Slug and SNL 40. SNL 40. Okay, so the one in Glasgow is on West George Street. I think I know exactly where that is. I always remember the kind of glass in the corner.
Well,
they're open 11 to 11, food served 11 to 9. Do you remember that thing of like being a student or being in the UK and getting to the pub? Oh, sorry, we've stopped serving. Oh, they stopped serving. Or like the kitchen gets overwhelmed. There's always that. But you don't stop serving till 9. Sorry, the kitchen's really backed up.
Just can't do it.
Can't do it. Kitchen's
I don't like when.
up. We've got some crisps though.
So I don't know about for you, but for us in Norwich as teenagers, when we started going out drinking, the Slug and Lettuce was a bit out of our kind of vibe and To us, it's where old people went.
Well, I think...
And I think that was people in their late 20s to early 30s went to the Slug and Lettuce.
Well, I think, in my mind, the Slug and Lettuce or something else was always over 21s. There was one... I don't know if it was a Slug and Lettuce, but it had that vibe of, oh, no, it's a bit older.
Yeah, it's where old people go to drink and have dinner. We were never sitting down to eat when we were 18. We were like, eat at home, go out and drink. Start drinking at home.
Well, also, it was a little bit... I think... I always viewed it as a bit kind of corporate, like, oh, you work in an office.
Yes.
And then maybe you go in your pencil skirt and your white crisp shirt, just Slug and Lettuce for an after work drink.
Here comes the glove.
And maybe someone has a cigarette.
Oh God, there's so. I feel like in London on a Thursday night, there's so many women in pencil skirts drinking at the Slug and Lettuce. And you're so right. So many people smoking cigarettes on the street outside of a Slug and Lettuce.
Wait, let's look at the locations in London. Slug and Lettuce.
I know there's definitely one in Covent Garden because I've been to that one multiple times.
Well, I mean, they can afford the rent.
It's just around the corner from TGI Fridays.
I mean, I'm really throwing out the big ones for you here. Slug and Lettuce, Oxford Circus. Slug and Lettuce, Tower Bridge. Slug and Lettuce, Waterloo. You know, it's like big
hitters.
The big hitters. Oh, there's one at the O2. Imagine. Yeah, I can see 1, 2, 3. I can see 5. Oh, there's one.
I think I've had a drink at the Slug and Lettuce at the O2 before a show. It's very overwhelming in there.
What do you know? Do you know how they describe it? Stylish chain pub with a global menu.
Cheese and tomato quesadilla. Do you know, I have the cheese and tomato quesadilla, please?
Global.
There's definitely, when you think about the Slug and Lettuce, kind of a overwhelming noise level in my head of people, too many people talking and trying to drink because it'll be somewhere in London after work. So it's too noisy. You can't find a table. You can never find a table in a Slug and Lettuce in London. I feel like even now, even post-pandemic, and it's people, and there's going to be someone who's too drunk because they went there from the office at like 4. By the time I've got there at 8 o'clock, you know, Susan from HR is like out of her mind outside smoking cigarettes.
How's she gonna get home?
How's she gonna get home?
So can you take your work to the train? Get her on the bus.
Yeah, I don't think she should get the tube by herself.
Yeah. I feel really...
You've become quite flush. It's because it's getting hotter in here. That's also part of the problem.
Is that... Well, would Slug and Lettuce have AC? That's a question.
Yeah, they definitely would.
They definitely would.
Yeah.
And it's either working too hard or maybe it's broken.
Yes. And or the AC's on, but someone's also opened a window, rendering the whole thing pointless.
Yes.
So I had a pretty clear and obvious double for this.
Okay, wait. Okay, don't say. Let me have a little think. It's weird, though, because the US doesn't really have bar chains in a way.
You have to pick a restaurant that's known for people getting shit-faced at the bar as like locals, and it's not Chili's.
I was gonna say, I feel like you're gonna mention Chili's, but that's not right.
I think it's Applebee's.
Oh,
I think that's if in the 90s or the early 2000s. I think if you worked in an office, you might go to an Applebee's and get wasted with your coworkers at the bar.
Okay, let me just quickly...
and then maybe order some like bar food.
Let me just quickly Google Applebee's drinks deal and see what comes up. Okay. Oh, this is good. Applebee's drink specials: Bacardi buckets, beer, and margaritas. Yeah. $10 drink buckets.
Talk to me about this bucket. They just pour it into a bucket.
Wait a minute.
And you have it like slop from a trough.
Oh, hang on though. Applebee's Dollaritas. $1 margaritas are back for a limited time only.
What?
Yes. Bacardi. Wait, what is a Bacardi bucket? Hang on. Applebee's. Yeah, because I agree. I think of... Actually, very US. I think of one of the orange buckets from Home Depot.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking of just like a paint bucket. Honestly, some of these cocktails look pretty good. Oh, it really is a bucket. Oh, okay, but it's a small themed plastic bucket, not what I was imagining. Yeah, it's an orange Home Depot bucket.
Oh yeah, because there's it with a hand.
Yeah.
So it's basically like
it's cute. It's a little marketing
that's
thing.
That's kind of funny. You could save that and maybe collect your coins in it.
I'm looking at do you know what I really like about Applebee's? And this is very America.
Yeah.
And this is the only time I'm going to say God bless America on the eve of 4th of July here, is that all of these cocktails that you can get in Applebee's, you can get them to go. So every picture of a cocktail on this menu has the same cocktail in a, like, as if you've had a Coke from a fast food place.
Well, I was also thinking the Bacardi drink bucket. Maybe it's got a lid. You put the lid on, and then you've got a handle. Yeah. The bucket. Oh, I want a Bacardi drink bucket. Do I have to drink Bacardi though?
Honestly, every single cocktail I'm looking at is so bright colored in a way that looks disgusting. But I think that we would enjoy like one of them. Are you looking? Yeah. The blue Aloha. Look at the blue Aloha margarita.
Blue. Well, I'm also seeing this one that's got like cherries floating around in it.
The color.
Oh,
the color
Atlantic
of the blue.
Breeze?
No, the blue.
The Sweet Revenge.
No, blue
the Party
Aloha.
Punch? Blue Aloha margarita, a Hawaiian-inspired margarita, with Dwayne the Rock Johnson's ultra premium Terramana Blanco tequila, blue curacao, pineapple juice, and lime. I would drink that.
It sounds nice, and I love that it comes with the Rock's tequila. I don't know why that's so funny. Okay, so the US equivalent of the slug and lettuce is Applebee's.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Here comes the girl.
And we're back. Ben's flapping those little gums about the US topic, and I believe I was there. What are you talking about?
We're talking about Joshua Tree, the album by U2. Oh!
You are a comic?
God.
I was just looking it up, and apparently the cover of Joshua Tree album is not of Joshua Tree, the place.
What is it of?
I don't know, somewhere else.
Oh, God, you too.
So we went to Joshua Tree just last weekend.
We sure did.
Last weekend?
It was just last weekend.
We went and stayed there. Joshua Tree, I'm trying to think, how long is that drive? About 2 hours?
Yeah.
2 hours. Depends on the traffic. Depends what time of day you go. It's out. You're going east from LA into the desert. High desert, not low desert.
Yes, there's two different things.
Yeah. It's not where Palm Springs is, which is low desert. It's kind of higher up. It's not that high, though. And it is Joshua Tree. Most notably around there is the Joshua Tree National Park. And apparently, it has evidence of human presence dating back 10,000 years.
What?
Yeah, I know. Don't quite understand that. But it became a national park in 1994. How do you describe a national park to UK listeners?
It's kind of like if you took the whole of the Lake District and just that was one thing and you called it a park.
And it's like protected and you go and you can buy a pass to go and walk around and hike and camp overnight and stuff.
Yeah, if the Lake District, if the country was so big that the Lake District was just one tiny part of it, it would be a national park.
Yeah. And we don't want to get into it, but there's a whole thing recently about selling off like all this public land, but actually apparently it has all been reversed or whatever.
You know, I looked into doing Stonehenge for my topic this week, and I got so confused by the Stonehenge Wikipedia that I just gave up.
Have you even been to Stonehenge?
I had. Well, I passed it when I worked at Glastonbury, and do you remember? I never quite realized where Stonehenge was, and we were on the bus driving to Glastonbury. And someone just said, "Oh, look, there's Stonehenge," and I was like, "Oh, I genuinely thought it was in Scotland."
Well, you can just see it from the motorway.
Yeah, that was and I think I was like only 22 when that happened. I was like, I truly thought it was somewhere in the north of England for the first 22 years of my life.
I love the idea that like back in maybe, I don't know, the 80s, people could go to Stonehenge, touch it, climb on it, graffiti it, you know? So we went to Joshua Tree. We were not in the park. We didn't even go near the park. We actually...
I've been there and done it. It's fine.
It is. It's one of those places you have this exact experience. You go and you're hiking around. You're like, wait a minute. Have I got enough water? Have I gone the wrong way? It's so hot.
Yeah, you can start to feel your own death impending. And it's also I've said this when we were there. I like Joshua Tree, but after a little bit of time, you look around and everything's the same color and you start to get really like... Oh, I need to see something green. I'd say the color scheme is very taupe.
It's very taupe, but it's so hot and the sky is so blue that everything's so bright. Everything is as if you've really turned up your filter in Instagram. It's quite alarming.
We stopped at In-N-Out on the way up last weekend. Yeah, we went to an incredibly stressful In-N-Out. It was so busy.
Oh, yeah.
I just felt like everyone was there in the world.
How good are the fries, though? I remember coming to the US as a kid. And for the first time, and I feel like TGI Fridays ends up doing these. You had fries, and at the end you could still have a bit of the potato skin.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, God, I could eat some fries right now.
You ate some fries last night, didn't you?
Oh, I sure did.
Some leftover cold fries.
Those cold, very like strangely seasoned fries that I just found on the table. I was very hungry. That was like Sauvignon Blanc had really got to me at that point.
Okay, so we were in Joshua Tree, although we were actually staying in Yucca Valley, which is right beside Joshua Tree.
Yucca.
We do need to talk about the plant, the Joshua Tree plant. So it's a very specific plant species belonging to the genus Yucca, hence why we're in Yucca Valley.
Yep.
Oh god, this is a very confusing Wikipedia. Just describe the Joshua tree to us, please.
It is somewhere between a cactus and a tree.
Yeah.
So it's as if you kind of had a tree. Hang on, what am I trying to say? If you took the trunk of a tree and then stuck two cactuses to the trunk of the tree, it's like multiple cactuses growing off of a tree.
Yeah, and all the bark kind of has lots of spiky leaves all over it. Anyway,
They're a little bit like those. I think they're in Mario games. There's on some of the levels. There's those kind of. They're like tall things that kind of wiggle, and they're like cactuses that will get you. It's very that. If people play computer games, they know what I'm talking about.
Computer games.
Yeah.
If you get on your computer and you play a game. So we were staying there. We stayed there for 3 nights? Thursday, Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah.
Big house, classic LA, going to the desert, Airbnb, that kind of vibe. There was a pool. What did we...
So much macrame. You know, if anyone has ever paid attention to what I've said on this podcast, it's that every fucking Airbnb in Los Angeles or Palm Springs, anywhere, has a fucking macrame wall hanging.
A desert. As soon as there's desert, people love a rope and flinging it on the wall. I also think...
There was a real rope. There was like a rope sculpture above mine and Bordeaux's bed.
Oh, really?
Kind of a rope art on the wall.
Just haunting you.
Yeah. Coming down in the night and going around my neck.
I do think that whole area, I was just reading an article from 2021. It's like lots of people have escaped the city and have moved to Joshua Tree. And I think a lot of those people now are like trying to move back.
Yes.
But there are too many properties out there now. And it's all gone a little bit. In fact, our Airbnb was for sale.
Yeah. I do think a lot of homosexuals moved to Joshua Tree, didn't they? During the pandemic. I think it was kind of like especially from this part of town, a lot of like hippie, Silver Lakey, East Side gays were like, I'm just gonna like escape the city and go to Joshua Tree, and then after another 2 years of looking at just taupe,
baking
just
heat,
boiling in like a kind of a beige landscape, they were like, I need to see Los Angeles again.
Speaking of, let's talk temperatures. We were very lucky because it dipped to like 80 degrees with some hot winds. 80 degrees, which is what, like 30 or something?
Yeah.
But normally there, at this time of year in summer, we're talking 90, 100, 110 degrees.
We're in the 40s.
We're in the 40s.
40 pluses. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of wind, which was quite nice.
Quite dramatic.
I liked, and it felt like we were high up on a kind of, when we were by the pool, it felt really fun with all the wind blowing and that hammock flopping around next to us the whole time. That was great.
So on the Friday night, we went to the famed Pappy and Harriet's.
Yes, in Pioneer Town.
Describe Pioneer Town for the
It's
fans.
Pioneer Town is essentially a fake Western set that was built for like Western movies in the 50s.
So it's a real Western set.
Yeah, so it's
like a fake town.
A fake Western town movie set that was genuinely built for movies to be shot, and then they just left it there and it's become a tourist attraction.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, so inside of all of they're real buildings that they built, so they're not just flats at the front, they're real buildings, and yeah, they have like little shops in them. I bought a crop top from there. Bought a cropped t-shirt.
Oh, it's a nice crop top as
one.
well. So went to Pappy and Harriet's. Now, if anyone out there has watched the movie Ingrid Goes West, Pappy and Harriet's features.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a cowboy saloon bar,
Yes.
would you say?
Yeah, it's like a Western bar.
Yeah, and they have fun music.
Which we actively said, what time does the music start so that we can leave before it starts? We're like, we don't want it to be too noisy.
And we had those lovely maitre d's hosts at the door who were like these very, very young girls who were very up for taking our photo and being accommodating.
And then we went to that really fun bar the next night, didn't we?
I do think we had some magical desert fun blessing us throughout the trip because we kind of strolled through Pioneer Town, past some saloon doors, and we went to this place called, the Red Lion?
Red Dog Saloon.
Red Dog Saloon. It was a queer night.
Yeah.
And we bought a little bag, remember?
Oh, the mystery bag.
Mystery bag. And
From that place that was... I can only describe it as a shop that just sold tat.
I would describe it as a shop. If we went back right now, it wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It was like a magical shop with like a dog and lights and maybe like a windmill flying in the air. Yeah, it was very odd.
Yeah, she definitely like disappeared back into the sand afterwards, didn't she?
We bought like a goodie bag for like $15 and then each took items out of it.
Just full of crap.
Yeah, full of so much stuff that's I was going to say end up in the sea, but no, it's going to end up buried in the sand.
Garbage Island, that one floating in the Pacific.
But in the middle of the desert. So
and
we did that.
That was lovely. And then, our last night we had dinner. We made burgers at the house and then went to that really fun gay bar or gay night at that bar. What was that bar called?
Maso Manus.
Maso Manus. It was gorgeous.
A bar I've been stalking Instagram for many years, maybe like 18 months. And then we went, it turned out another queer night.
Yeah, it was really, that place was really nice.
Yeah.
Very lovely aesthetic and vibe to it. Perfect for people of our age.
all the gays who moved out to Joshua Tree and are now struggling to sell their homes, they're definitely going to that bar.
Yeah.
They're putting it in like their Airbnb, like local pack of recs of where to go to.
In general, just a very lovely trip, wasn't it? The focus was on not doing anything.
Yeah.
I know that there was
that's why I'm sitting here going like, wait, what else did we do?
Multiple times that I went and got into bed and like watched something on my laptop and was not required to do anything as a group.
Well, I was sharing a room with Teddy, a lovely giant king bed, and he actually ended up only sleeping in that bed one night, and it was such a big bed that I barely saw him. But one night, I just went to bed with the AC on and watched my show.
Yeah.
Nothing
Bordeaux and I watched the last 2 episodes of Sex and the City, the TV show original.
Oh, the Paris episodes.
The Paris episodes, and we also watched the one with Lexi Featherstone, and it included one of the greatest lines of all time that I kept saying all weekend. That woman
so bored I could
saying,
die.
No, that woman.
Frozen yogurt isn't culture.
Frozen yogurt isn't culture, and then saying, I get final Calcutta about moving between India and being a film director, I think.
Oh, God.
We all screamed it and Just Like That for a while, didn't we?
I mean, there's nothing like celebrating and Just Like That Thursdays together as a group.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I find the journey to find an editor for a documentary to be one of the most scintillating storylines ever featured on a television show.
Yeah, that was another really horrific episode. Yeah, but it was nice just being in a big, cold house.
Yes. It was just a lot of padding around the house, wasn't it? And going,
exactly.
Hiya. And a lot of like opening drawers and getting bags of chips out and eating them and rifling in the fridge for things.
Podcast Nemesis Michael annoyingly had brought a giant bag of chocolates, which ended up in the fridge.
We were so angry at him. So, it was Halloween chocolate, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was like a little mini Mars, a little mini Hershey's. I don't even want this. Yeah. I haven't eaten like 5 in a row.
I feel like we all just kept saying, I'm really angry at Michael. As I was shoving those little mini almond joys into my mouth, I was like, I'm really angry with you, Michael.
Yeah, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, this lovely little relaxation.
We did have quite a severe 10 a.m. get out on the Sunday, but because we'd basically done nothing, we were all up and ready to go.
It was pretty chill.
Yeah, and that was Joshua Tree.
JT.
So, what do you think the UK, bearing in mind the experience I've just talked through of doing nothing and it being kind of like you're on the edge of the earth, what would you say the UK equivalent of Joshua Tree is?
To me, it would be going to... I have a friend who she goes to this island, this tiny island off of like, where is it? It's some just, sometimes off the coast of somewhere in the UK and Scotland, there's tiny islands where there's just like nothing happening. To me, it almost feels like you have to take the desert out of it and think, what does the UK do the most that's kind of remote? And it's these like those tiny little islands where you have to get a boat across, and then there'll be like an Airbnb house on it, and then nothing else.
Oh,
kind of
that's
good. Like a Outer Hebrides kind of situation.
I was just going to say the Outer Hebrides in general.
Yeah,
you can pick an island there, whether it's inhabited or not, and I bet you there are human remains from 10,000 years ago as well. Very like the beginning of Prometheus when they're in that cave.
God, it always comes
back to Prometheus.
That film really made an impact on you, didn't it, Prometheus? It's never left you.
It's not even a good movie.
No, it's not.
And every time I watch it, which is usually on a plane, it's worse every time.
Diminishing returns.
Yeah. So much of it has remained with me.
God, don't you feel like someone's got a podcast called Diminishing Returns? Bet they have.
Sure, all right, well, let me look it up. Hang on. I can confirm that there is a podcast called Diminishing Returns. The podcast where film fans, this person, take a weekly journey to development hell to discuss a film, then pitch their ideas for the sequel. That's fun.
Sounds really fun.
Yeah, we'll probably
have a son. Diminishing Returns.
Oh, and the episodes are called Diminisodes.
Oh, that's fun.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
So... the UK equivalent of Joshua Tree is...
the Outer Hebrides.
You're welcome. Right, thank you as ever for listening.
Wow, we really did it. We're really back on form after two episodes of my mum just ruining the format. We're back to normal.
Of Laura shaking our axis, our worldwide view. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. We need some new ratings and reviewings.
Yes, please.
give us a shout on Instagram, drop us an email.
You're welcome, americapodcast@gmail.com.
And we will see you all very soon.
Farewell.
You're welcome.
You are right up my street.
Oh, you can't make me choose.
Igo by Toyota sponsors T4.
Fuck me, Lee Ryan's 13!
I remember we couldn't remember the word for table.